Let's talk about the Gunslingers today. I've been asked to review Gunslinger, but quite honestly, I don't really know how reliable this video is gonna be. Number one, I haven't played a Gunslinger outside of the classic game back in the day or any other classic servers. So yeah, it's been a while. Second thing, this test server is based on KRO zero changes and not Taiwan zero changes, which means that we probably don't have any changes made to the class, and I feel like it, quite honestly. When I first started this character, I was a gunslinger. I'm a rebellion now, right? So I made this character just for this video, and I started testing the skills. It really didn't feel like there was a lot of improvement. So I made it with the premise that okay, we're gonna get some improvements, plus we're gonna probably get either fire dance or round trip skills from the Rebellion tree in Ragnarok Zero Global, right? So, Gunslingers in Ragnarok Online and Ragnarok Zero Global. You got your, at least in my test server so far, we're gonna see how it works in the actual release, when it does release. You got basically your three types of weapons to use, four maybe if you really want to talk about it. You got your pistols, you got your rifles, you got your shotguns, no one uses grenade launchers, and you got your Gatling guns. So let's start with pistols. I'm wearing a 6-shooter, I got 100 dex and 81 agi. You have your double attack, which comes out of your passive. It's kind of like a range double attack. It's kind of cool. If you're built for agi, that can be pretty cool. I don't really know if you can take it really far, but depending on the, I guess depending on the affixes that we're gonna get on the weapons for gunnies, you know that can go either way. But you got your skills like rapid shower. And rapid shower, you know, quite honestly, isn't half bad. I mean, it's nowhere near the spammability of a double strafe, and probably also not near the damage. But hey, it's there, right? Like it's available. It kind of works, and it's pretty badass. I mean, which other? If you want to go into the lore of gunslingers, they're probably the most badass characters in the entire Rune Midgard, basically. I'll make a video on that as well. Other than that, you got your Desperado. And Desperado also needs a pistol class weapon, but it's an AoE in melee range. I don't really know why they made it melee range. I guess it would be a little bit too overpowered. But Desperado is super strong, right? It hits a bunch of times. I don't really know how it determines how many times it hits. I don't really see any changes to it. It still does a decent amount of damage, as it always did, and was pretty strong always, and it's still pretty strong. So it's probably your go-to build. Unless you want to be like me and you want to go full buster, which is a shotgun skill. So I got a black rose right here, and let's cast full buster. There we go, 7k damage, right? That is not half bad at all. It's a single target skill. Oh, it has a chance of blinding you, so you want to use the dark blinder if you can find one. Or just a bunch of green potions, don't really care, right? But it has a potential of one-shotting things. And quite honestly, at the beginning of the game, just farming things with, you know, full buster and like a lot of additional SP management gear, which we're gonna get in Ragnarok Zero Global for sure. We're gonna get a lot of stuff that will help you manage your SP recovery. This will not be half bad, especially maybe in a party when you're with a poem of Bragi and with the SP song or dance from the dancer. You're just pretty much just gonna be doing full busters every second, right? Boom, 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 and that can be very fun. I don't really know about the DPS, but it could be very fun, right? So you also got your tracking skill, but I don't really feel like tracking is even worth mentioning. Like, check it out. The damage isn't there. You have to use a rifle. Rifles are kind of garbage. So yeah, tracking, not really, right? Let's use increased accuracy and try again. No, I don't really see this skill. I don't see it working. So that is the gunny. If you know the class from Classic, that's how I have it right here with all the same passives. So everything seems to be working the same. So I assume if we're gonna get them working the same as they originally did, we're probably gonna get a third job skill. So that's probably gonna be either fire dance or round trip. As I don't know, I don't really know what else we're gonna get. Fire rain, maybe. I mean, it could be fun. Let's give it a shot also with Fire Rain. I got enough skill points for that. So let's start with Fire Dance. It's an AoE that costs 5 bullets. It deals 1200% damage, but it's a revolver exclusive skill. So that, you know, carries something some limitations in itself. The damage modifier isn't that high, but look at this spam, right? Look at this spam. It's not half bad either. If you got your Bragi and an SPE song, then yeah, I mean, it's an actual AoE. Look, I can be quite far away. So Desperado is like a Desperado on steroids, right? It's more reliable with the damage, a little bit more spammable. So yeah, that's pretty cool. However, the real cool stuff comes with, I think, with Round Trip. So Round Trip requires a Gatling gun, and I got a Paradise Rebellion Gatling gun here. And check this out. I hit all 4 of them for 50,000 damage each. So I don't know how much of that is gonna stay true for Ragnarok 0. Maybe they will lower the damage modifier, which probably they should. If we even get the expanded classes at the start of the server. And if we're gonna get Round Trip in itself, right? So it also deals increased damage if the monsters are gonna get knocked back into a wall, because it knocks the monsters back into a wall as well. Let's give it a shot at Orcs Dungeon, right? Orcs Down 01. Not 91, 01. There we go. Boom, Round Trip. I think because these guys die before they hit the wall, it doesn't count as additional damage. I'm gonna go where is Karaba and go the Castes Dungeon. That's a gold Scaraba. No. There we go. So yeah, keep in mind, I'm just wearing the... Oh, the MVP is there. No. I'm just wearing a regular shotgun, nothing else. Shotgun, Gatling gun. So that is pretty cool. If we get Round Trip, then it has to be readjusted. So we also wanted to try Fire Rain, right? Let's give it a go. With skills... Okay, it's right here. F7. Fire Rain. So that's pretty cool. Very long cooldown. It's an iffy looking AoE. Look, it goes in a straight line. But then again, I think it looks badass. Like, look how badass that looks. You're just destroying things, right? So yeah, but that's all Rebellion skills. If we're gonna get third job skills, it's probably gonna be one of those. I don't really know which other one could we get. I mean, Hammer of God, maybe. It would be nice to get Platinum Altar, but I don't think we're gonna get that. I think it's just gonna be one, right? But about the Gunslinger skills, full buster all the way, right? And then you just switch to a revolver for some Desperados. Just keep in mind you gotta you gotta bring a lot of green potions with you. I like Gunslingers. I think they're really badass. The idea of a Gunslinger in a world where everybody else is using staves and swords is pretty freaking cool. Like, oh, you just want to cast your stupid spells? Check this out. I think that's pretty badass. I just wish they're gonna make them actually usable compared to the other classes, especially if other classes are gonna get like triangle shots and double lights and whatever else are we gonna get. All right, that's really it. Please don't quote me on specifically those guys, the expanded classes. As I said, my test server is based on KRO, and apparently Ragnarok 0 Global is gonna be based on Taiwan 0 Global, Taiwan 0. So yeah, that's probably gonna be a bit change, quite a few changes compared to between those two. So yeah, leave something in the comments.